2 years ago today, former Notre Dame running back Greg Bryant died after he was shot on a Florida interstate. It was supposed to be his last day at home in South Florida before he headed back to UAB for the summer. It was Mother's Day and he wanted to be with his mom. Greg was just 21 years old. He came to Notre Dame in the summer of 2013 with a lot of hype and huge expectations. He was a five-star prospect and the crown jewel of a prized recruiting class. His career on the field, though, never quite lived up to those standards. He had just 57 rushes for 303 yards and 3 touchdowns over 2 years at Notre Dame. His junior year, Bryant was suspended for the entire 2015 season because he didn't make the grades. Coach Kelly hoped he would stay in school and try to get his grades up and maybe then rejoin the team, but Bryant instead decided to transfer. He spent a year at a junior college in Miami before signing to help rebuild UAB's program. Unfortunately, he never got that chance. So much of sports can just be whittled down to numbers. As sports fans, we love stats, and as a reporter, I use stats every day. On the field, Greg's stats weren't all that impressive, but as I said, much of sports can be whittled down to numbers, but not all. Greg is a perfect example of why. He and I both joined the football program at the same time, him as a five-star running back, and me as a grunt student manager. We couldn't have been more different in our backgrounds or our roles on the team, but with Greg, that didn't matter. He had an infectious personality and a giant megawatt smile that just never seems to leave his face. Everyone that knew him couldn't help but love him, his teammates, his coaches, and yeah, even us managers. 2 years after his death, Greg Bryant is still just as missed. Rest in peace, GB.